accordance with the laws of the state of Texas, this court hereby assesses your punishment.
All rise.
He was a teenage gang member who believed his defiance could outrun the law. Dexter Johnson's shocking crimes rattled Houston, but it was his explosive courtroom meltdown that turned him into a viral sensation, right before the Gavel delivered a verdict that left him speechless. This is the haunting story of a young killer's collapse. Don't let these crimes fade from memory. Subscribe to uncover every chilling detail. Dexter Darnell Johnson, born June 7, 1988, was just 19 when he unleashed terror across Houston, Texas in 2006. Growing up in a tough neighborhood, he fell in with the 5 Deuce Hoover Crips, a gang notorious for carjackings and armed robberies. Bold and charismatic but dangerously impulsive, Johnson became the leader of a small crew that included 16-year-old Lewis Irvin. In June 2006, his decisions turned fatal, shaking the entire city. On June 18, 2006, Johnson, Irvin, and 3 accomplices stalked Maria Opares, 23, and her boyfriend, just 17, after a date night in the Houston area. The high school sweethearts were ambushed in their parked car. Johnson forced them at gunpoint to withdraw $25 using a credit card, then drove them to a remote wooded area. There, he brutally assaulted Maria before shooting her in the face and executing Hoy with a shot to the head. These murders marked the climax of a 25-day crime spree involving 10 carjackings and robberies, with Johnson bragging about his power. Maria pleaded for her life, but Johnson showed no mercy, pulling the trigger at point-blank range. Hoy's body was discovered beside hers, a heartbreaking loss that devastated 2 families. Houston police connected Johnson to the crime using DNA evidence from a cigarette found at the scene and tips from his own crew. After a dangerous high-speed chase on July 1, 2006, Johnson and Irvin were arrested. Johnson denied killing the couple, claiming he was just joyriding, but ballistics confirmed that his gun was the murder weapon. Charged with capital murder, Johnson faced the death penalty while Irvin accepted a plea deal for life without parole. Killers like Johnson could strike anywhere. Don't stay blind. Subscribe to shine a light on the darkness. Johnson's trial began in March 2007 in Harris County Court. Prosecutors laid out a mountain of evidence, DNA, ballistics, and witness testimony from his own gang, casting him as the cold-blooded mastermind. Maria's mother sobbed as she told the jury about her daughter's dreams of college and a better life. Johnson sat stone-faced, occasionally smirking, insisting he was framed. His defense blamed his youth and harsh upbringing, but jurors saw a ruthless killer. On April 17, 2007, they convicted him of capital murder, setting the stage for a tense and dramatic sentencing. On April 18, 2007, Judge Mark Ellis prepared to deliver Johnson's fate. As the families of Maria and Hoy shared heartbreaking victim statements, Johnson grew visibly agitated. When the judge announced the death penalty, Johnson erupted, shouting, "This is bull!" and had to be wrestled down by deputies. The shocking outburst captured on courtroom video went viral and horrified millions. Johnson's family broke down in tears, their cries echoing through the courtroom as deputies escorted them out. Outside, their grief turned into wails that stopped passers-by in their tracks, a haunting contrast to Johnson's defiance. In that moment, the courtroom fell silent. His fate was sealed forever.
In accordance with the laws of the state of Texas, this court hereby assesses your punishment of death. It is therefore the order of this court that you, Dexter Darnell Johnson, be delivered by the Sheriff of Harris County, Texas, to the Director of the Institutional Division of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice, or any other person legally authorized to receive such convicts, where you shall be confined pending receipt by this court of a mandate from the Court of Criminal Appeals in Austin, Texas, and further orders of this court. You are remanded to the custody of the sheriff until they can obey and carry out the instructions of this sentence. Have a seat, Mr. Johnson. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, this is going to complete your jury service. I'm going to meet you in the jury room.
All rise.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Keep it back! Keep it back! Keep everybody back!
Stay right there.
Keep everybody back!
Are you all right? Are you all right?
Oops.
That's her daughter. Her daughter's.
Let him go down. Let him go down. Don't drop. Just let him go down. Quiet, quiet. Come on, quiet. Watch your face. Watch your face.
He's home.
Hey, I'm gonna call an ambulance, ma'am. Do you want an ambulance?
Yes, I need an ambulance.
911.
I need an ambulance.
911.
Here, I have a phone.
Back up, please. Give him some room.
Here, I have a phone. You want to
We got an ambulance coming. 911. You got the best thing?
I already got it. He's been going to the ambulance.
That's okay. You know what's going on. As long as you know what's going on.
It's death, and it's like chaos. He like jumped up and started screaming, and everyone attacked him. And now we're like in the hall, and everyone's crying. It's death. Yeah, he went nuts.
Johnson's chaos in the courtroom and his family's desperate wails could not change the verdict. A dark chapter in true crime history was written that day. Johnson would spend 12 long years on death row, fighting for his life through appeals. His attorneys argued that he suffered from intellectual disabilities, citing an IQ of 70, schizophrenia, and brain damage that should legally bar his execution under Supreme Court precedent. Federal judges issued stays of execution on April 30th and August 14th, 2019, to review his claims, but after years of appeals, his fate remained unchanged. As of September 2025, Johnson still sits on death row at the Polunsky Unit in Livingston, Texas. No execution date has been set, and his mental capacity claims remain tangled in federal litigation. Maria Opores and Hoya Nugo, both young and full of promise, left behind families shattered by grief and a city forever scarred. Their deaths ignited Houston's fight against gang violence and sparked fierce public debate. Johnson's outburst in court, rage or desperation, remains burned into memory. Maria's family honored her by founding a scholarship in her name, keeping her dream alive despite the tragedy. Johnson's ongoing legal battles have reignited questions about whether his youth, trauma, and mental state shaped his crimes, or whether he was simply a remorseless predator. Dexter Johnson believed his rage could defy justice, but a brutal double murder and a judge's gavel told a different story. From gang leader to condemned prisoner, His life forces us to ask, was he made by his environment or born evil? What struck you the most? Johnson's merciless crimes, his viral courtroom explosion, or the strength of the families left behind? Share your thoughts in the comments, like and subscribe for more haunting true crime stories, and click the next video. I'll meet you there.